So it's Travis from the Hangout Sessions. We've got Hamza, Courtney, and Andrew from Two Goons and a Spud blog, and we're gonna react to what's just happened at White Hart Lane. Andrew, I think I'm just gonna have to come straight to you as a Spurs fan. Thoughts and feelings on the game. Thoughts and feelings on the game.
I thought opportunity lineup rubbish.
The lineup was rubbish.
Look, listen, we got Man City on Saturday, and there's no reason to. We didn't need to play a second string team tonight. We didn't. Why did we play a second string team? We're more likely to beat Arsenal second string than Man City on Saturday.
Yeah, but Andrew, I mean, you're not exactly going to win a trophy, are you?
Oh, the banter started.
And where does that? Why do you think you will?
Because we've won the trophy for the past 2 seasons, so why do you think we wouldn't?
When did you last win 3 in a row? What makes you think you can?
In
the first season, when you played all home games in the cup.
Yeah.
Let's keep it to the game. So Andrew, obviously looking at the lineup, you've got Dia and you've got Carroll. What are your thoughts when you see that?
Well, you've got one of them who's not a defensive midfielder. One of them can't play the position. One of them's not Premier League. So that's already trouble.
I'm just, because I looked at our midfield, like we spoke before the game, and I looked at it, and I said, Flamini and Arteta are just going to get outrun. And then you have Aaron Ramsey in front of them, and he's not going to stay in position. He's going to take that free role and abuse it, and he's not going to be anywhere to be found.
No, this is what it is, yeah. We spent the summer trying to offload players, and we saw people like Stambuli, Kapure, who could both fit in there and be better than both the two midfielders that we played today.
Okay, fair enough. But on the flip side, you tried to sell Fazio, and I personally think he was at fault for both goals. Like, he was absolutely atrocious today. And you've been a big defender. So what were your thoughts on his performance today?
You could say both the goals were his fault, but he needs regular football. I don't think he's a bad player, but since you can't, if you bring a player in from a different league and you don't give him regular football, then you can't expect him to adapt at all.
Did you guys find the atmosphere quite flat tonight? I've never heard such a quiet, like at the start, it was such a quiet. I've been to a North London derby at White Hart Lane, and it was loud, and that was just flat.
Yeah, we call White Hart Lane the library.
No, it's the other way around. You know it as well.
We can't really talk. Let's be honest. We can't.
Emirates is awful.
But I did hear the away boys today. The away boys were quite loud today.
To be fair to Arsenal fans, the home support is shocking, but the away boys will often make noise.
Yeah, they made
every team. That's with every team.
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, Spurs fans were definitely very quiet today. Very quiet.
I was surprised because this is technically, Spurs fans will probably say the same thing about Arsenal. This is technically probably Spurs' best chance of winning something. So I would have thought they'd have been right up for it. And I think the atmosphere of the crowd kind of reflected in a slow start of the game. It was very slow start, I thought.
Yeah, from both teams, I think. Let's keep it 100% real. The only reason why we scored that first goal is because they fall asleep. And Flamini, he headless chicken that he is ran into the box.
It was such a perfect run. Like that is the kind of run Harry Kane was making last year. Like, seriously.
How many shots does he waste in a game? And he still gets let off from commentators, from the pundit. He's still getting in the team every single week. Why?
Who, Harry Kane?
Yeah.
What, do you think he needs a break from the first team?
No, he needs to be sold. I said this to both of them at the end of last season.
Wow! Wait, I'm surprised.
In his defence, he did say that Harry Kane should be sold at the end of last season when he scored
just
that
cash in.
Goals. He said they should cash in, and they could sign players that would actually improve their front line.
John, I like that you've said that, because that takes a lot for a Spurs fan to admit that. I know that for a
No,
fact.
because listen,
Yeah, but
obviously,
he's not liked him from the beginning.
Yeah.
Really?
Not personal.
No, but listen,
Because before he even
it's not
kicked,
personal.
Andrew didn't like him.
Mm.
I went out of my way to go and watch the North London derby with Andrew last season.
Yeah.
When Harry Kane scored, he didn't even celebrate. Yeah.
Oh man.
When not only that, on New Year's Day, me and Hamza went to Andrew's house to watch Chelsea versus
Spurs.
Tottenham.
Yeah.
When Harry Kane scored, he didn't even celebrate.
Is it because Harry Kane's an Arsenal fan deep down?
No, look, let me explain these things to you. Let me explain.
I think
Listen,
so.
I watch every. Listen, no, listen. I watch every single game. Yeah, I see his performances. Fair play, he scored a lot of goals. Yeah, but you got to look at how the goals are scored. You got to look at the quality. Yeah, you can any given player can get one season where they'll score a lot of goals because they're the right place, the right time, whatever. Yeah, when it comes to actually working out for yourself, when it comes to actually making your chances, producing the quality, like with a little bit of longevity, like if you look at it, he did score a lot of goals. But when you look at if I showed you goal on goal on goal on goal, don't get me wrong, there are a few good goals in there. There definitely are, but a lot of the goals are basically. They're just like he's in the right place, or he's been played a good ball through and he's finished it. So they're not like the goals he scores. You don't look at his goals and you think, oh wow, that's brilliant. Maybe 4 or 5, maybe out of the 30.
He scored a brilliant goal today. To be fair to him.
A goal is a goal. I just want someone to. I think that's.
Yeah, but listen.
Someone just puts the ball in the net.
But listen,
Just banged rubbish goals.
you can't continue to be that player who's just in the right place, right time, all the time. And you've got to look at what he's bringing to the team. Like, even last season when he was scoring a lot of goals, it wasn't like he was getting 2 chances and scoring 1. And this season it's the opposite. He's getting loads of chances, and not just this game, and he's not taking them.
Yeah,
Hasn't he got the most assists for Tottenham this season?
Huh?
Hasn't he got the most assists?
I don't know what it is, but we haven't scored really that many goals, so it could be anyone.
He's still young though. He's learning his craft. I think he looks like he's got the raw attributes to be a good poacher. Like, but it's definitely an interesting point of view and one that I'll look out for. So we went into the second half. I thought Spurs took absolute control in the second half. Arsenal did nothing till Alexis came on, really. It was poor, and I think that was probably the best chance for Spurs to score in the second half. I really can't believe they didn't get a goal in the second half. What did you guys think of the second half?
Well, to be honest, Spurs didn't actually score in the whole game. We scored all 3 goals. Granted, Chambers didn't score in the right net, but at the end of the day, they had a lot of the ball in the final third, but I mean, other than Harry Kane's overhead kick, there was nothing. They were toothless, and I can't really see how they're going to improve on last season. I mean, Son looks like a good signing. NG looks like he just runs around. To be honest, I haven't really seen too much of him.
Let him play a little bit. Come on.
Yeah, but mate. We were talking the other day after the Palace game, and you're like, "Yeah, Son's the type of signing because he scored the winner." And now we're giving NG what? How long do you want to give NG?
At least more than like 20 minutes on the pitch, please.
Okay, fine, fair enough. All right.
Son looks good. I'm starting to agree with Andrew. I just don't understand why Spurs didn't put out their first team. It makes absolutely no sense. And what's crazy is Man City put out pretty much their first team last night, so it wouldn't have made much of a difference.
True.
Like,
if you're looking at it from an Arsenal perspective, that performance in total, it fits with the way we've actually played all season. It wasn't a great performance. It just so happened we came up against a shit team. No offense, Andrew. It's the truth. You lot played crap, and we played we played as bad as we played all season. And
seriously,
you can say let's change the game, but I don't see it that way. I see it more as we went 1-0 up, and then we conceded, and then it's like, okay, the fans are on our back now. Let's try and do something. and we still didn't really create much. It was a hit and hope from Flamini, and that was it. The only other chance I could think of in the game was when I think it was either Alexis or Ramsey put Giroud through, and as usual, Giroud missed.
Walcott had a decent chance.
Yeah, Walcott had a decent chance.
Yeah, that was right. That was like game was over by then.
I wouldn't criticize Giroud too much for that one, purely because the keeper read it and was quick off his line. That one, to be fair, he didn't miss the target.
If I'm being overcritical, fair enough, but he was. We played with 10 men. He was nowhere in the second half at all. He was missing.
So what are we saying? Flamini's was a hit and hope.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
nah, Hamza, you got to give him a bit more credit. The ball was in the air for ages, bro.
Yeah, exactly. He hit and hoped it went in.
Nah, bro. When you saw the replay, when the ball's dropping, yeah, he knew where he was kicking at. He planted it straight in the goal. There was no qualms, bro. Hit and hope was like
it was a great goal.
Hit and hope was what Gareth Bale used to do in the Premier League.
Oh, come on, you're so bitter.
It was a great goal. Flamini has no track record of it, so therefore he had no right to shoot from there. If we're being critical, we're being generally honest. Yeah, he had no right to take a shot from there. He did, and it went in. 9 times out of 10, that goes over the bar. That goes out for a throw-in.
Andrew, as painful it is to talk about it, was that a hit and hope? Be honest.
He knew what he was doing. You have to say fair play. He knew what he was doing.
It looked like he knew what he was doing. The whole body shape, it didn't look like Flamini. Like, it looked like something.
To be honest, I couldn't believe it was Flamini. I
couldn't believe the goal was. To be honest,
I was confused. To be honest, yeah, I was confused. It was crazy.
The point I'm trying to make is the performance in general wasn't impressive. I'm happy the fact that we've just beaten Tottenham. I don't care. Like Andrew said, even if it's a friendly, if we beat Tottenham, I'm ecstatic. So that's gonna mar the criticism that I have that I'm probably gonna write about. But
yeah,
in general, if we're looking at it, that performance was poor. If we go into Leicester on the weekend playing like that, they'll turn us over.
Andrew, Can I ask you a question, please, mate?
Mm-hmm.
Tactically, how would you have changed the game? Tactically, how would you have gone into the game? Sorry. How would you have exploited Arsenal? How would you have exploited us?
I think, listen, with the team that we got there, it's hard to construct plays when you've got 2 midfielders who aren't really ambitious with the ball. It's hard to construct the plays. So I would have tried to sit deeper and keep the ball a lot better, rather than. I think we played a little bit too open, given what we had there.
I feel Spurs always do well at White Hart Lane when they go at Arsenal, though. I know what you're saying, but
you got to have the right players, though.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
If you rotate your team and you play, I mean, Carroll's got no physical presence. He can't hold up the ball or defend it at all, and Dia, he's just a sideways passer. So it's hard for you to, when you get because what we always do is counterproductive. We get the ball at the back, pass it across the back 4, give it to midfield. It stops from there because it doesn't go sideways or backwards, and it's hard to construct the plays because you've got your forwards pushing forward, and there's a massive gap in between. If you don't have players with the right passing ability to make the plays in between, well, you can't do anything. That's why we every time you watch Spurs, you don't see like long periods of attack. It's just like one attack 5 minutes, and 10 minutes later there's another one. You don't have sustained pressure.
So
because you can't.
Yeah, Andrew, where does Spurs' season go from here? Like what now? Move on to Manchester City.
Well, I mean, he's got to get the lineup right first. Until he gets the lineup right, you can't look too far forward. Okay, if he's going to be playing Dia in midfield, that's a joke right off the season now.
Well, going back to the Capital One Cup, Arsenal have just drawn Sheffield Wednesday away, so I can imagine Arsenal put out a slightly weakened team. What do you reckon he should do in that game?
Personally, I don't care about this trophy. I absolutely like right now. The trophy did it for me. As long as we beat Tottenham in this competition, I don't care. We never got today. It would not matter. This trophy is absolutely useless to me.
Mm.
So I mean, I don't care what happens from this point onwards. To be honest,
Courtney, would you agree?
Nah, I disagree with Hamza. I mean, yeah, it's the stature of the competition isn't. It's not exactly one of the most coveted. However, we've got to be realistic. Arsenal this season, not signing an outfield player, I'd take it. I'd take it. Come February, I would take it. I would not turn it down.
You call Andrew all the time. About celebrating this. In fact, just last season when they got to the final, and Andrew was actually pumped for it, you was grilling him about it. You was saying it's a Mickey Mouse trophy.
Yeah, it is.
So
I'm not denying that. What I'm saying is, yeah. At the end of the day, right? Look, what competitions are we in? We're in FA Cup, which hasn't started yet. Yeah, we're in community. What's this thing called? Capital One Cup.
Yeah.
We're in the Champions League and win the Premier League. Yeah. Now, straight away, we're not going to win the Premier League and the Champions League. Yeah. Straight away. Yeah. Which leaves 2 trophies. Now, to be honest, I'd rather have one of them, yeah, and some kind of top 4 finish as opposed to none of them.
Mm.
I disagree, man. I'm just saying. See, the stature of the trophy for me. Premier League teams should not be competing in this trophy. That's just how I feel. Our squad isn't big enough to take this trophy along. So rather than wasting our time with it, I mean, we should not lose to Sheffield Wednesday. Let's beat them in it, yeah. But if we come up against a Crystal Palace or something like that, put out the youngsters. If they go out, they go out. If they go all the way, like in 2007, then they go all the way. I'm not too fussed about it, to be honest.
I don't know. The League Cups is not the most prestigious of trophies, but it's worth winning. You've only got to look at the last few winners to see that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't believe in it. For me, it's just
I feel like this is an Arsenal fan mentality, because if you look at the last 10 years, Chelsea have won it a few times, United have won it a few times, Man City have won it. Like, it's only Arsenal that have never really showed it any respect.
I know, but if you look at it compared to the other top leagues, they don't have this trophy. This competition doesn't exist in other nations.
Yeah.
So why we should burden ourselves with it, I don't understand.
It's just an extra trophy. But I think I would say that's an Arsenal mentality.
It's fair enough to think that.
Personally, I would say Arsenal are a bigger club than both Man City and Chelsea, but they go for it. Man City played their strongest team last night. I just wanted to say, Arsenal, a ban could be coming there. A fine could be coming their way, because I'm seeing Arsenal fans ripping down the "This is my club, the one and only club" Tottenham Hotspur signs around White Hart Lane. So they're pulling down the signs and throwing them onto the pitch. So it's funny to see, but it could come back to bite them.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking in context now, yeah, it's a great win. It's over Tottenham. Like that's the main thing about it. We've beaten Tottenham. I know it sounds like a small team mentality, but the hatred I have for Tottenham, we can't lose to them. We can't. So the fact we've beaten them, that should give us a little bit of confidence. But the performance is something that doesn't strike me well at all. It's a big game this weekend on Saturday, and I'm of the belief we're going to lose to Leicester, to be honest. I genuinely think we're going to lose. And we're going to lose in a similar fashion to the way we lost to Stoke last season, where we were free so early on.
Positivity, Hamza, positivity.
Not while Wenger's still there. I'm sorry.
Anyway, guys, it's been good to talk to you, and I definitely have to get you guys on, whether it's together or separately, because you've been good to talk to. Just shout out your blog real quick.
Two Goons and
Tell them
Spud.
your links.
www.twogoonsandspud.wordpress.com.
And your Twitter.
Twitter, Two Goons and a Spud. Just reach us on either one. You can email us. Yeah, you can email us twogoonsandspud@gmail.com. Yeah, we're all about the place.
Yeah, definitely a good idea, man. I like to see. It's just a cool concept having rival fans just join together to create a blog. I think it's a good idea, and I noticed it's not just about Arsenal and Spurs. It's about football. So if you're listening,
we get guests to come in, and usually Man United fans.
Yeah,
because they're all based in London, so we usually get them to do a guest post. So yeah, just keep a lookout on the blog.
Anyway, thanks for joining, guys.
Not a problem, man.
Cheers.